of Montgomery County's Board of Commissioners. I want to thank you for all joining us to observe this afternoon's public hearing on the submission of HOC's proposed revisions to its administrative plan for the Housing Choice Voucher Program. The administrative plan defines and describes the policies for the operation of HOC's Housing Choice Voucher Program. In accordance with the federal regulations which require the creation of the administrative plan, changes to this document require a public notification and comment period, in addition to approval by the HOC Commission. This hearing serves as the culmination of the public comment period, allowing residents, community members, and others to have the opportunity to voice their opinion on HOC's proposed revisions to its administrative plan. On August the 8th, 2025, HOC made available a draft of the proposed revisions to its administrative plan and posted the public hearing notice. The draft documents are available for review on HOC's website. In addition, the public hearing notice appeared in two other publications, one in the Washington Post and the other in the Washington Hispanic. The proposed changes to HOC's administrative plan includes updates to Chapter 4, establishing preferences and maintaining the wait list. These changes are a preemptive measure to ensure that HOC's customers in good standing who are participating in an HOC-administered rental assistance program will receive preference should they, through no fault of their own, need to reapply to the Housing Choice Voucher Program. These revisions will go into effect subsequent to the implementation dates established by the Department of Housing and Urban Development and by HOC's Board of Commissioners. Ken Silverman, Vice President of Government Affairs, will summarize the recommended changes. I also note that our President, Chelsea Andrews, is also present with other members of the HOC staff. So I'll turn to Ken to provide a summary of the plan.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This proposed administrative plan amendment adds a local preference for the Housing Choice Voucher waiting list that would create a process for households in two specific HOC rental assistance programs to be able to transition to the Housing Choice Voucher Program in case of changes in funding in those programs or other hardships through no fault of their own. The two programs are the Emergency Housing Voucher Program, which HUD has determined will not be funded beyond calendar year 2026, and issued a public notice earlier this year encouraging PHAs to create a preference to allow the households in the Emergency Housing Voucher Program to transition to the Housing Choice Voucher Program. The other program identified in the proposed preference is the HOC Bridge Program, which is a proposed direct rental assistance program that will be locally funded, which HOC is seeking to launch later this year with the goal of promoting self-sufficiency among higher earning Housing Choice Voucher households. This preference would allow those households, if funding for that program were to cease, or if their circumstances would change, to return to the Housing Choice Voucher Program and not be harmed by their participation in that pilot program. In conclusion, staff recommends these amendments, and look forward to hearing any public comment. Correct. So they would be current voucher holders who are voluntarily relinquishing their housing choice voucher to participate in this pilot program that allows their voucher to be reissued to a new household that's currently on the waiting list. And so having this preference in place ensures that they would have the ability to transition back to the housing choice voucher program if for funding or program reasons, we're no longer able to continue that bridge program.
So for those persons who are in the bridge program, would they have the same amenities that a person with the housing choice voucher would have? For example, if they wanted to port that voucher somewhere, or they wanted to, would they still have the same abilities to do that through bridge?
In some cases,
No, and we do have, make sure we recirculate the materials in regards to the bridge program. The structure of it includes essentially a direct cash subsidy. It's not a voucher. And it is for residents of Montgomery County. So it's not transferable to other jurisdictions.
Okay, very good. Since there are no other comments from the public or from anyone online, this public hearing is now complete, and the record, which has been open for 30 days, is now closed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.